Imagine going through your day without being overwhelmed by stress. Picture yourself remaining steady when traffic is unbearable, when someone criticizes you at work, or when unexpected problems appear in your life. Most people react to these situations with frustration or anxiety, but there is an ancient philosophy that teaches a different approach. This philosophy is called Stoicism. For more than 2,000 years, Stoicism has guided people toward calmer minds and stronger character. Roman emperors, soldiers, writers, and everyday individuals have relied on its wisdom to navigate difficult times. At its core, Stoicism teaches a very simple truth. Many things happen around us that we cannot control. The behavior of others, the economy, the weather, and unexpected events will always remain uncertain. What we can control is our own mind. Our choices, our actions, and our character are the things that truly belong to us. When we understand this, we stop wasting energy fighting reality. Instead, we begin focusing on how we think, how we respond, and how we live. In this video, we will explore 10 powerful lessons from Stoic philosophy. These ideas come from great thinkers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. Each lesson can help you develop greater calm, emotional balance, and strength in the face of life's challenges. Let us begin. Lesson 1. Focus on what you control. One of the most important teachings in Stoicism comes from the philosopher Epictetus. He explained that life is divided into two categories. Some things are under our control, and some things are not. Our opinions, actions, choices, and attitudes belong to us. But things like other people's behavior, the opinions of strangers, natural events, and outcomes in the world do not belong to us. Many people spend their lives worrying about things outside their control. They stress about what others think of them. They become frustrated by situations they cannot change. This constant struggle creates unnecessary suffering. Epictetus suggested a different path. Direct your attention toward what you can influence. When you focus on your effort, your intentions, and your behavior, you regain a sense of power over your life. Think of an archer aiming at a target. The archer can practice their form, steady their breathing, and release the arrow with skill. But once the arrow leaves the bow, many factors determine where it lands. Wind, distance, and chance all play a role. The Stoic mindset is to focus on the effort, not the result. When we adopt this approach, our minds become calmer because we stop demanding control over what cannot be controlled. Lesson 2. Accept reality. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote many reflections about accepting the natural course of life. He understood that resistance to reality often creates unnecessary suffering. Life is constantly changing. Sometimes events unfold in ways we enjoy, and sometimes they do not. But no matter how much we dislike a situation, denying it does not change it. Acceptance does not mean weakness or passivity. It means recognizing the facts of a situation before deciding how to respond wisely. Imagine standing in the middle of a storm. Fighting against the wind will only exhaust you. But if you learn to move with the storm, you conserve energy and remain steady. Stoic acceptance works in the same way. When we stop arguing with reality, our minds become clearer. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we begin asking, "What is the best way to respond?" This shift in thinking transforms difficulties into opportunities for growth. Lesson 3. Stay present. The Stoic philosopher Seneca often warned about the dangers of living everywhere except the present moment. Many people constantly revisit past regrets or worry endlessly about the future. They replay mistakes or imagine disasters that may never happen. As a result, they miss the only moment that truly exists. the present. Stoicism encourages a deep awareness of the current moment. When we practice attention to the present, our minds become quieter. We begin to notice simple experiences we normally ignore: the feeling of breathing, the warmth of sunlight, the sound of a conversation. Mindfulness was not invented recently. The Stoics practiced a similar discipline centuries ago. They understood that the present moment is the only place where life actually unfolds. When we focus our attention here, we gain clarity and calmness that anxiety cannot easily disturb. Lesson 4. Build resilience through adversity. Challenges are an unavoidable part of life, but Stoicism teaches that difficulty is not always something negative. Epictetus often reminded his students that hardship reveals our true strength. Without tests, we never discover what we are capable of handling. Think about physical training. Muscles grow stronger through resistance. In the same way, our character grows stronger through challenges. When something difficult happens, our first reaction is often frustration or fear. But Stoics encourage us to look deeper. Instead of asking why a problem exists, ask what it can teach you. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to practice patience, courage, discipline, or wisdom. Over time, these experiences shape a stronger and more resilient character. Adversity, when approached with the right mindset, becomes a powerful teacher. Lesson 5. Choose your response. One of the most empowering Stoic ideas is the realization that we always have a choice in how we respond. External events may be outside our control, but our reactions remain our responsibility. Epictetus often said that people are disturbed not by events themselves, but by their judgments about those events. For example, two people may face the same problem. One reacts with anger and despair. The other remains calm and searches for a solution. The difference lies in perspective. Stoicism teaches us to pause before reacting. In that brief moment of awareness, we can choose wisdom instead of impulse. When we develop this ability, we become less controlled by circumstances and more guided by reason. Lesson 6. Simplify your desires. Seneca believed that many people create their own suffering by constantly chasing more possessions, status, and recognition. The more we desire, the more we feel dissatisfied with what we already have. Stoicism encourages a simpler approach to life. Instead of endlessly expanding our desires, we learn to appreciate what is enough. Contentment comes from understanding that happiness does not depend on having everything. It comes from valuing what we already possess. When we reduce unnecessary desires, we free ourselves from constant comparison and competition. Our minds become lighter, and gratitude becomes easier to practice. Lesson 7. Live according to virtue. For the Stoics, the ultimate goal of life was not pleasure or wealth, but virtue. They believed that a good life is built upon 4 essential qualities: wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. Wisdom helps us see reality clearly. Courage allows us to face challenges without fear. Justice encourages fairness and compassion toward others. Temperance teaches moderation and self-control. These virtues form the foundation of a meaningful life. When we align our actions with these principles, our sense of integrity grows stronger. External circumstances may change, but our character remains stable. Lesson 8. Remember that everything changes. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflected on the temporary nature of life. Nothing remains exactly the same forever. Success fades, hardships pass, people come and go. Even entire civilizations eventually disappear. Instead of viewing this impermanence as depressing, Stoicism sees it as liberating. When we remember that everything changes, we stop clinging so tightly to possessions, status, or fleeting moments. We learn to appreciate experiences while they are present and accept their passing without excessive attachment. This understanding creates a deeper sense of peace. Lesson 9. Practice gratitude. Seneca often emphasized the importance of gratitude in maintaining emotional balance. Many people focus primarily on what they lack. They compare their lives with others and feel dissatisfied. But gratitude shifts our attention toward what already exists in our lives: health, relationships, opportunities, simple daily comforts. These blessings often go unnoticed until they are gone. By consciously appreciating them, we develop a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Gratitude transforms ordinary moments into sources of joy. Lesson 10. Commit to lifelong growth. The Stoics believed that personal development never truly ends. Epictetus encouraged his students to treat life as an ongoing journey of improvement. We are constantly learning from experiences. Every situation offers an opportunity to refine our thinking, strengthen our character, and deepen our understanding. Stoicism does not demand perfection. It encourages progress. Each day, we can become slightly wiser, more patient, and more disciplined than we were yesterday. This continuous growth is the path toward lasting inner strength. The world we live in is often unpredictable and full of challenges. Stress, uncertainty, and distraction are common parts of modern life. But Stoicism offers timeless guidance for navigating these difficulties with clarity and calm. By focusing on what we control, accepting reality, practicing mindfulness, building resilience, choosing wise responses, simplifying desires, living virtuously, recognizing impermanence, cultivating gratitude, and committing to growth, we create a powerful foundation for inner peace. These lessons remind us that true tranquility does not come from controlling the outside world. It comes from mastering ourselves. And when we learn that skill, we can face life with confidence, strength, and calm, regardless of what circumstances may arise. If this message resonated with you, and you're choosing to approach life with more clarity and control, write "I choose calm" in the comments as a reminder to yourself.